Today we are talking about packing for the hospital. This is labor and delivery, giving birth to your baby. This is, in my opinion, a minimalist. We are going to talk about mom, dad, baby, and then a couple extra generic items in general. Also, a couple tips on how to best pack. So let's jump right into mom. For mom, we are going to want a couple pieces of paperwork just in case we need them. Ideally, you pre-registered, but your ID, we should probably have that with us, and your insurance card. As well as if you have a written out birth plan, you might want to have a couple copies of that. I printed mine on like a cardstock paper, and I wanted to have just a couple for nurses and doctors and just myself, honestly, to keep myself on track of what I wanted. We're just going to have a phone and phone charger. We are going to have flip-flops. I like them for in labor. Some people like them also for in the shower. And depending on the season you're having your baby, going home shoes. And I had a winter baby one time, so I did not want those flip-flops to be going home shoes, but I wanted them for if I was walking around laboring. They also sometimes put you in socks. Just having options. Again, flip-flops can be shower, they can be laboring, whatever. But then I intentionally had a plan for my going home outfit, and I had shoes that made sense. When it comes to shoes and going home, you want to have large shoes or maybe like house slippers. You could be very swollen. If they pump you full of fluids for whatever reason, you could be very, very swollen. So watch out for that and think through your strategy on that. I also had a designated going home outfit, and I made sure not to wear this outfit until we were close to leaving. If basically the morning we knew we were going to leave and baby was good and I was good and we were healthy to go. This outfit was strategic. I wanted to be somewhat cute for pictures, but also I made sure to wear a lot of black just in case I sprang a leak anywhere or anything got a little crazy. Something comfortable, loose. You are still going to have a belly. You're going to be potentially swollen. Your milk may or may not be coming in yet. So having a comfortable bra and just the whole fit needs to work. You're going to be getting in a car. You're going to be walking. You may be feeling great. You may be feeling like crud. So think through that going home outfit and be strategic. Don't pack a pair of jeans. Trust me. Other things would be makeup if you want to look nice at any point during your hospital stay or get pictures. I would go basic and try to look very natural, but it's completely up to you on what you're in the mood for. And then just your basic toiletries, your shower stuff, your deodorant, your toothbrush. 3 things I want to mention that you may not think about would be lip balm, because it's a hospital, the air can be dry. Lotion, again, air can be dry. And then eye drops. I saw this on a list or somewhere. I got this piece of advice and I loved it. You may be up all night laboring. You may be up all night delivering. You may be crying your eyes out. You may be hormonal and emotional. You may be having ups and downs to your birth and postpartum journey. Eye drops can save you. They can make you look a lot better and feel a lot better. If you have dry eyes the next day or in the middle of the night because you're up with baby, eye drops. They're like $1. And to me, they're tiny to pack. They're like $1. They're worth it. They're a smart item to pack. So don't forget eye drops. And whatever clothing you want post-birth. I stayed in my hospital gown for a little bit. I think I showered and then finally got dressed, but I wasn't in a super rush to get dressed. Some people are, some people are not. But some sort of outfit, I would suggest loungewear, something comfy. Ideally something you're not worried about when it comes to getting like ruined or stained. I would pack probably 1 outfit, maybe 2 outfits, and then that specific going home outfit. Honestly, I'd probably stick with 1 for at the hospital, 1 for going home. I'm on the more minimal side though, of course. A couple final things would be a dirty clothes bag, because again, you don't know how dirty these clothes are going to get. And I just didn't want them in my bag. You know, at one point I think I was wearing pants and they were kind of dragging on the hospital floor, kind of icky. So I wanted a specific like garbage bag for dirty clothes. And then I did pack some disposable underwear. When it comes to postpartum care for yourself in your lady business, the hospital typically is going to provide you a ton of stuff, but I specifically wanted to take 1 pair for going home. That way that I knew what I was wearing. I didn't know if I would like the hospital style of underwear, so I wanted to sort of have my bases covered and know what I was working with. And finally, a pen and a journal. So I journaled during my pregnancy, and then I took that journal and pen to the hospital and made notes during labor. Because when you look back on labor, you might be like, yeah, I pushed for 5 minutes or I pushed for 5 hours. You don't remember everything clearly. So I was time stamping and making notes of things like 7 p.m., 7 centimeters dilated, like making notes of the information I knew and wanted to look back on and enjoy those memories. So that is my packing list for mom. I'm sure I may have forgot little tidbit of things here and there, but that's my generic list. Now moving on to dad. It's going to be some of the same items. We're going to pack Again, if they want to take a shower, like shower shoes, your phone and charger, your going home outfit, the outfit that they want to be wearing when you are in labor. You're probably in a hospital, but dad's shirt is going to be in a lot of pictures. Please make sure it's not a shirt that has a silly, goofy saying on it that you're going to regret. Simple black tee with jeans would look really good in those pictures. So think about that. Couple outfits, couple loungewear things. You're going to be sleeping, so maybe like some athletic style clothing that can be daytime clothing, can be nighttime clothing. You still look appropriate at the hospital. But you also may want a pillow and a blanket. I would not recommend it for mom. Just use what they give you. But for dads, they don't always supply it. Check on your hospital tour or visit. Maybe bring a little bit for dad. And if you're not sure on this, you could also pack it and leave it in the vehicle. I would recommend that. Dad doesn't probably need that during labor and delivery. He needs that during the postpartum stay. Again, I mentioned sandals. You're in labor and you're just hanging out. You might not want to be in tennis shoes. My husband is not a tennis shoe guy. He likes his feet out, so sandals for his go-to. Basic toiletries, of course, that going home outfit as well. If you guys want to coordinate with baby, and you want some pictures when you get home or get to the hospital, think about that going home outfit and have that designated outfit prepared for that. Now, baby. Baby has the shortest list because honestly, your hospital typically provides just about everything they need. I recommend your going home outfit. This outfit's specific for when you are going to leave. It's your cutesy little picture outfit, whatever you want with that. And then also picture taking supplies. You know, some people do one of those tile boards or a name tag where they put it on their swaddle and say, "Hello world, my name is blah, blah, blah." Or different blocks or this or any mementos. Anything you want for pictures that you need to pack, have them ready to go. Something I did not take with my first baby was something for fingernails, whether it's clippers, a file, whether it's mittens, socks, or even just a sleeper that has cuffs. I thought it was overkill. I thought it was kind of dramatic and silly, and I was like, I'm not putting those on her hands. I want her to have freedom. She scratched her face. Not all over, but one scratch on her cheek. That scratch did not go away for months. Honestly, you could probably still find it years later. She literally scarred her face. And I felt so bad about that. I was honestly devastated because I thought it was being dramatic and overkill, but she came out late and with long, sharp fingernails. So I would advise taking something to manage fingernails. The hospital likely will provide you a swaddle. It's up to you if you're going to be a swaddle family or not. I would take one extra because you may or may not like theirs, and also it may or may not get poop or spit up on it. So I would take one swaddle, and then I took sleepers. I liked my babies just to be in sleepers. I like them to be comfortable. The hospital will probably give you a onesie. They're great at swaddling and keeping your baby warm. You also may want a lot of skin to skin. So you may keep your baby naked a lot. They also have their umbilical stump. So it's completely up to you how you handle it. But I personally would recommend at least one sleeper that has cuffed sleeves ideally, so it can cover their fingers if you want them covered. That way you have your options. Moving on to general items. We need the car seat. This isn't an item that I considered a baby item because it's not packed in their bag, but the car seat needs to be in the car. Don't take it in with you originally. Come back to the car. Camera. If you have a video camera, GoPro, any of that, you're going to want those batteries charged and that thing ready to go. And then snacks. I recommend having a few snacks for mom and for dad. You don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. One of my babies came very late at night and the cafeteria was closed. And I was not interested in door dashing food. I was not interested in sending my husband out to get anything, but I was kind of hungry. It was about 3 a.m. by the time everything was settled, and I could have used a little. Some tips when it comes to packing. I recommend packing cubes. I had a cube for baby, and I had a cube for dad. And then I had 2 cubes for mom. Mom during labor and delivery, and then mom postpartum. So I broke it up into the 2 different segments, and that made sense for me and for my planning purposes. I also recommend when it comes to packing, don't do a large quantity of something. Instead, pack variety. Like mom, don't pack 3 long sleeve shirts, 3 tank tops, 3 short sleeve. Instead, do 1 of each. And you could be burning hot after labor and want a tank top. You could be freezing cold in that hospital room and want a long sleeve. I'd rather have variety. One thing I also recommended was to keep the car seat in the car. So as you start packing up and you realize you're ready to go home soon, have dad take some things to the car, whether it's gifts, balloons, flowers, or just even your luggage. Have him take things to the car and then bring up that car seat. So do a little switcheroo there. And finally, make sure that you have a hospital tour and ask your providers what things they offer, what things are going to come with your room. Like if you noticed in the baby section, I did not say diapers and wipes. They provided diapers and wipes. I didn't pack a single diaper. We actually took home extras with us. So know what they are going to provide when you go into it. That helps you pack accordingly. And finally, remember, babies do not need all that much. They need their mama and they need their dada, and all you need to do during this time is focus on bonding with them. The other thing I will leave you with is, if you are going to be a breastfeeding mama, a couple other things you may want to take in the hospital would be a nipple balm. That's extremely important. You may want nursing pads. You may want a nursing bra. Likely your milk is not going to come in until the end of your hospital stay, but you may want to have that nursing stuff available. If you are going to be a nursing mama, I have multiple videos about breastfeeding, so I will link some of those in the description. Please check them out and get yourself as educated as possible before you deliver that baby and you are attempting to nurse them. I wish you good luck in your birth, in your postpartum, in your recovery, and if you're going to breastfeed in your breastfeeding journey. Please check out the other videos on my channel if you find this information helpful or if it resonates with you. Like, subscribe, and I hope to see you back in the next video. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day.